one of the lawyers to Mazi and Kanu. And my friend here, Patrick Agazi, also one of the lawyers to Mazi and Kanu. We are in Sokoto State, where we had extensive discussion with Mazi and Kanu concerning his appeal and other matters. He has information and directives to all of us of freedom. One is that from now henceforth, nobody should castigate the Directorate of State, otherwise known as the DOS. The DOS is his structure, his brainchild, and must be respected by all and sundry. He also directs that Avid, the Rising Sun, ambassadors of self-determination must be respected by all and sundry. He specifically mentioned the following persons: Dr. Sylvester Onye, Evans Mwangwo, Maxwell Dede, who are his very close associates and leaders and members of the bodies mentioned above. He strongly directs that nobody should castigate members of his family from now henceforth. Whoever attacks the DOS, Avid, Rising Sun, ambassadors of self-determination, Dr. Sylvester Onye, Evans Mwangwo, Maxwell Dede, or members of his family attacks Mazi and Kanu personally, and such person will not be forgiven. Mazi and Kanu equally directs that all must be at peace with each other, that this is a critical time for consolidation of all efforts to achieve the purpose of the struggle. Mazi and Kanu also states that he acknowledges the commitment and efforts of all the other groups who are too numerous to be mentioned. He acknowledges all your efforts, he appreciates all your effort, and asks that you all be focused and committed to the essence of the struggle. From now henceforth, anybody who comes to see Mazi and Kanu is forbidden from making public broadcasts or discourse as to the outcome of their meetings. If he has a message, the message will be sent to whoever is directly affected. But for the purposes of making public statements, he has restricted it to his lawyers only, or a man powerful. He has also stated that nobody has ever paid money to see him from his inquiries, and that visiting him is not a money-making venture for anybody. Whoever wants to visit him should follow the established protocol of the Sokoto Correctional Facility, which is you bring your means of identification, your passport photograph, then you come to the Sokoto Correctional Center, where you will be given a form to fill, and with that form, the correctional facility officers will screen you and give to him for his final approval. He says that it is false and unfounded that people collect money to facilitate visitations, and that we should ask whoever has made that allegation how much such a person paid to see him. Mazi and Kanu expresses disappointment that those who are supposed to foster harmony are sowing seeds of discord, that such persons should desist from such acts, as it is inimical to his stay in detention and inimical to the struggle. Anybody who comes to see him should, from now henceforth, cease making public broadcasts except you are his lawyer. He has directed that all must maintain decorum, must maintain unity of purpose, and must be focused on the purpose for which he is in detention. My friend Patrick Agazi will continue.
All right, thank you. And a quick one. In addition to the message already given, or the message is already given, MNK hereby directs that Lolo Nnamdi ceases to make utterances about his person, about his detention, in general about his matter. MNK states that he gave no directions to her to make any public statement on his behalf. And MNK urges the public to discountenance the radio broadcast, press interview, and correspondences being issued by her. And again, it is unfounded that the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the special counsel, Aloy Ejinago, has turned the visitation of MNK to be transactional. Personally, MNK has conducted an investigation and found that to be false, as being peddled by a lot of people out there. This is an avenue to debunk such an unfounded allegation, and the propounders, as he has directed, should seek psychiatric examination, because there is an established protocol for visitation, which is administrative. If you comply with the protocol, you will see him. If you do not comply with the protocol, you will not see him. Thank you.
Oh, nsogbu. There is fire on the mountain. Omoshineke. It is very sad that Lolo Nnamdi expose the money making machine venture, and it's not going down with them well. They are in pain. They are in pain. Do you know why I'm doing this very broadcast this very afternoon? Just to let you know that everything that was said by Lolo Nnamdi is the gospel truth. I'm going to play the voice back without showing the video. Now, according to Nnemeka Ejiofor, a man I respect so much, finds himself in this very mess. They have decided to hide Maswe. They don't want to present Maswe anymore. They don't want to present Ejimako. They say, let's present Nnemeka Ejiofor and one other lawyer. You ask, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. According to them, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is now a member of Avid and Rising Sun. And I ask a simple question. When Oyenu was around, why is it he refused IPOB to collaborate with the de facto government? Why? When Oyenu was around, why is it he refused IPOB to join Ninas? You people think we are foolish. We are not foolish. One thing you must understand. Tell the siblings of Oyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that men and women has died for the freedom of Biafra. Men and women. From Anambra, from Imo, Abia, Enugu, Ebonyi, Calabar, Rivers, Delta, Godomigudu. They has died since IPOB was formed. I'm talking about those who has paid the ultimate price, who are no more today. And you are telling us if we see clear the criminality of iniquity siblings, we should keep quiet as deaf and dumb, as people that are senseless, that cannot reason. You must be a dream. I said it yesterday. I will be the first person that will call Oyendu or Radio Biafra and tell Oyendu about the criminality of his siblings. You think I'm joking? Eh? So you people look at Biafrans as foolish people that don't have brain, people that cannot reason. They will just obey. No, Oyendu have said it. Oh, no, it's coming from Oyendu. Don't you see now? It's no more Ejimako. It's no more Maswe. It's Nnamdi and one other lawyer. And you expect me to buy it as Mumu? As Mumu? Bob. Ono surasi. Madina domu namazen namo de Kanu. Call this with a keep. Manado. They are a bunch of criminals. The siblings of Oyendu. Habundoi. Okay, the protocol to see Oyendu is through Emmanuel. Okay, what happened? There is no criminality for seeing Oyendu. 10 million naira that the man brought for 15 people. How many people that Emmanuel provide? Only 5 people. What happened to the money of 10 passengers? What happened to money of 10 passengers with change that will remain? Okay, when you come outside immediately, Oyendu say for now, everybody is disease of calling his brothers. People that have died in the era of IPOB, can the family of Mazi and Nnamdi bring them back? You people tell us that it's a family business. Let's understand. As I'm working, you pay me. You pay me for my working. The family of Oyendu, the siblings, monetize Sokoto, and you want us to keep quiet. Wait, evidence in the public domain. The evidence is very clear. We should shut up. Hey, all of you become deaf and dumb. Be a doctor immediately. Hey! Hey! How do we get here? How do we get here? These people, are they serious for Biafra? Or they are here to make money? The answer is simple. The family, the siblings of Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu are here to make money in the life of Biafrans that was slaughtered, that was ambushed, that was killed for Biafra freedom. And somebody will say, don't talk about it, oh. You people are sick. The plan of Nigerian government is what you people are working towards. The plan of the federal government of Nigeria. You people are the one perfecting their plan. Because why? We are going to hunt ourselves down. Those who have lost their fathers, their mothers, their brothers, their sisters. You think they are going to forgive you? That the siblings of Oyendu will commit a complete blunder is because of his siblings of Oyendu. Nah, leave them all. Now, you know, the Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu brother. They are above the law. If this message is coming from Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu, or Fush, you know that it's not coming from Mazi and Nnamdi Kanu. Why is it that Maswe refused to show on camera? Why is it that Maswe Lopara refused to show on camera? Okay, if he show on camera, people will not believe. If Allah Ejimako show on camera, people will not believe. Let's present Nnamdi Ejiofor and another neutral person. So they will believe it's true. Una maina kanatipa boaja. Biafrans, you see the truth is bitter. Whenever you speak the truth, people are going to drag you like never before. What is the crime of Lolo Nekachimezie? What is the crime? All those why she were going to every corners in Biafra land, every corners in Southeast, digging every information. She was a good woman. She was a good woman. She was praised by the siblings of Oyendu. She was praised by those who are under salary in the hand of the siblings of Oyendu. The crime is that she went to Sokoto to tell Oyendu the criminalities of his own siblings. And she came aside and tell Biafrans at the world what she said to Onyendu. They say, no, you did not say that to Onyendu. I want to ask, Nnamdi Ejiofor, did Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu send you this very message you deliver? Be sincere to yourself. Be sincere to yourself. Makangene, no putu anya, oputu imi. Let's analyze this very audio now. A minute, please. We are about to analyze it. Let's analyze it now. I want you to pick every bit by bit of the lie, please.
All of us of freedom, my name is Nnamdi Ejiofor. I am one of the lawyers to Mazi Kanu. And my friend here, Patrick Agazie, also one of the lawyers to Mazi Kanu. We are in Sokoto State, where we had extensive discussion with Mazi Kanu concerning his appeal and other matters. He has information and directives to all of us of freedom. One is that from now henceforth, nobody should castigate the Directorate of State. Otherwise,
he said, from now henceforth, nobody should castigate the Directorate of State. Why do these fellows present the US as the first matter for you to believe? You ask. You are a lawyer to Mazi Kanu. All those why that people are bullying the Directorate of State. You never report to Mazi Kanu. No message from Mazi Kanu to caution those who are working under iniquity siblings, like somebody like Darlington, the king of blackmail. Somebody like Benjamin Madubugo, aka Marijuana and Yobara, Igbo. Somebody like Ero Chukwu Haji. Somebody like Metusela. Somebody like Paul Achebe. And those, they are hypocrisy friends. You never report to Mazi Kanu. You never report. So therefore now, you want to present this. First of all, we'll first of all mention Directorate of State. Once we mention Directorate of State, IPOB, we say yes, it's coming from Mazi Kanu before we now deliver Avid and the Rising Sun. Chukwu Bokoru na Avid and the Rising Sun, Oko! Amupuria. You have delivered the message from Oyendu Abi. And when soon after you have delivered the message, Chukwu Bokoru na Rising Sun Avid Oko. Dara. 1 year plus, Darlington has been bullying the leadership. Ona aga afu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ona aga Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Just that a lot of neck, I went to see Onyendu and deliver message. Deliver every information she give to Onyendu, to the public. This is what I said to Onyendu. This is what I said to Onyendu. That is what she, exactly what she gathered as an information. That is what she relates to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All hair broke loose. Nnamdi Ejiofor, I sorry for you. I sorry for you. Okay. Once you come out and say, Onyendu say, if anybody drag his brothers and the lawyers, he will never forgive them. Do you think we are foolish? Do you think those who have lost their loved ones in this Biafra freedom, in the era of IPOB, not era of Mazop, not 1967, do you think they are foolish? Let's continue to listen, please.
Otherwise known as a DOS. The DOS is his structure, his brainchild, and must be respected.
The DOS is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu structure, and they are his brainchild. They must be respected. All those why that the siblings of Onyendu are battering DOS, paying people to blackmail DOS, making an ally with autopilot and Idu. Una no report o, una no go on and go see Onyendu. Say your brothers have joined hands with Simon Eba to destroy your leadership. No. Una no go. Una smart. Una smart for the foolish people that is going to buy this garbage. This nonsense speech. Nnamdi Ejiofor, I want to tell you the fact. They have been using you. This is the second time they are trying to use you. 2025, at the middle, they use you. You are the one that come outside, say you relate to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu about the leadership. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu also relate to the leadership, the message of the leadership. And I ask, whose leadership are you talking about? Whose leadership? They are using you again. Once people are committing this evil, you think we don't know. We gather information. This is the second time they are using you now. This is just January. They are using you again. Nnamdi Ejiofor, the day you make the speech about leadership, whose leadership are you talking about? The leadership of Rising Sun and Avid. By that time, you people refuse to call them names. If you're not Biafra, I got you. Ọ bụkwa na nzuzu akụnụ ya dị na-ezuzu. Ọkakwa mana anyị nọ na Nigeria. Anyị ama na destruction. Onye mee ihe ọjọọ, ọ nwanne gị. Ekwuru na your brother. That is Nigerian system. Mana ọ bụrụ this mentality kwuru na-ebute na Biafra. Blood will surplus. That is the fact. those who lost their fathers, their mothers, their daughters, their sons, they are going to rise up against each and every one of you. And you will never escape their wrath. We are not here for Kanu family. We are not here for Farouk Ibeko. We are not here for the freedom of Abia State. We are here for the freedom of Biafra. This Biafra belong to me and you. The siblings of Onyendu must not monetize the Biafra freedom. Period.
By all and sundry. He also directs that avid, the rising sun, ambassadors of self-determination must be respected by all.
Biafrans, I want you to understand, when people begin to lie, you don't need anybody to tell you. According to Nnamdi Ejiofor, avid, rising sun, ambassadors of peace and whatever he call it, it must be respected. And I ask you, why did Onyendu himself criticize other group when he was around? Are you not aware? Are you not? Why are you looking at me? Like why is it IPOB refused to join in us? Why IPOB refused to join the de facto government? Okay, now, according to you people, Onyendu say a welcome rising sun, the ambassadors of peace have it. Nah, ono na to asia, mara na ebo made, that we are not good. We are not animals. We were here for years. Onyendu putata. We no na redo Biafra. We kwuo ifi ikwu. I will be the first caller. And tell Onyendu to listen. I talk about Ninas and de facto government. What did I call it? Biafra de facto government. So you know now that what the siblings of Onyendu is doing is evil. Because this woman exposed the activities, you are not coming out that to tell us the message you got from Onyendu about DOS is a structure. Nobody should insult DOS. So when you present DOS, just 1 minute, you use the rest 5 minutes and some seconds to present garbage to us. We will now welcome it. I said, now, don't you see now? No, you don't say DS is a structure. But if you don't say DS is a structure, Avid, I see another group. Yeah, Onyendu is the leader of all. Hey, those who have died for this Biafra freedom, some of them will be sharing tears in their grave. If they see what is going on, if they see the atrocity of iniquity siblings say, you people are a bunch of criminals. Kanu, I'll be in Germany. Come and sue me. So we will not abandon the money that was embezzled by Kanu in Germany. We will not abandon how Kanu sue indigenous people of Biafra in Germany under Nigerian government. Kanu asked record money. Ndara. Oh, foolishness. All this is. Eh? Eh? Una bịara ebe a for freedom. Kuna na wash them money for the past few years. That is the reason the siblings thought in the asset of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that IPOB is not Kanu family property. They begin to grant interview. Masanga, invite me. Let me present myself. If the siblings of Oyendu, Onu got be very, very careful. Onu got be very, very careful. Those, their brothers was massacred under IPOB. I want to tell you this gospel today. You see these lawyers, they will escape. And lawyers already has house in Ghana. But you, I got you up one. The siblings of I got you not be one. If this what you are planning, these are your plans. You succeed. I want to tell you that the siblings of Oyedu has no conscience. They have no conscience. I want to bring my colleague into this program. Mazi, let me bring you up. Let me bring you up. You won't bad. We can't see these things and buy it, please. Mazi, you have to send your request back. Let's continue to listen, please.
He specifically mentioned the following persons: Dr. Sylvester Onye, Evans Nwankwo, Maxwell Dede, who are his very close associates and leaders and members of the bodies mentioned above.
Avid.
He strongly directs that nobody should castigate members of his family.
He strongly directs nobody should castigate members of his family. He's not talking about the wife. I'm going to say it the way it is. He's talking about his two wicked siblings. One, Kanu Takano and Emmanuel Kanu. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's wife was blackmailed, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu himself have every opportunity in the court to speak about the wife only. That the information available to him, that people are calling the wife all sorts of names. But believe me, your days are numbers. Only this message. They don't give Mazi Nnamdi Kanu opportunity to do it. Probably, they never tell Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that his own brothers were paying who are members of autopilot, that is his own siblings belong to castigate the wife. This lawyer, Bokono si aroron. Bokono si aroron joba. So Emmanuel Kanu collected 10 million naira. And the person that gives that 10 million naira is alive. How he transferred the money? Once. To Emmanuel. How Emmanuel spend only few money, maybe 2 million naira to buy ticket for only 5 people. What happened to 8 million naira? So we should not talk about the 8 million naira. We should not ask for the 8 million naira. If we ask for the 8 million naira, and we have become the enemy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we will not be forgiven. Hey, I laugh in Swahili. I laugh in Swahili. It's very, very sad. Very, very sad indeed. Very, very sad indeed.
From now henceforth, whoever attacks the DOS, Avid, Rising Sun, ambassadors of self-determination, Dr. Sylvester Onya, Evans Wangwo, Madede, or members of his family, attacks Mazi, and such person will not be forgiven.
Oh, yeah.
Mazi Nnamdi equally that.
Mazi, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to the program, please.
My dear brother, good afternoon or good evening from here. Although I don't know if it is network, I can't see you. I can't see you. It is just black.
Yeah. Facebook see that yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Mazi, these people think that we are stupid, that we don't have brain, or that they think that they can manipulate us like a janjaweed. They forget that we are Omochinek. There is no any move that they will make today that we don't know whatever they are doing. Remember, when this our law, when that particular day, we said that, you see, these people will come in any way to see how they will counter this move this woman make, and here it is today. Here it is today. It's quite unfortunate that TikTok has to do what they know how to do, restrict us from going live. I would have on my platform today debunk and shred these people. These people are evil. These people are evil. They have killed a lot of our people. These people, their sin is unforgivable. These people, it is because you see that we never get Biafra, that we never get our country today restored because of Nnamdi. Our barrister that we know is Ifeanyi Chukwu Ejiofor. Ifeanyi Ejiofor and barrister Osokome, son, barrister Osokome. These are the people that have finished job for IPOB and for Biafran people. The delayed tactics, the two paid them to sideline our barristers and bring their family lawyer. Look at where it has kept us today. Biafrans, look at where we are today. They have managed to sideline IPOB, to disconnect IPOB from its leadership, from his leader. And the only one chance IPOB have today, that our woman, our mother, our sister went to Sokoto to brief our leader what his brothers, evil brothers and sisters, has been doing to see that they destroy this struggle. Today, they have sent the criminal lawyer to come and write a memo, write nonsense, and they said that Onyedi said, where we are there when the autopilot and all those avid criminals, we are tackling and damaging the reputation of the leadership, DOS, where we are this lawyer. Where we are there. Only that our leader have heard from us. Our message have gotten direct to our leader. Now they come. Now they can remember the DOS. The structure IPOB, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu led down is IPOB and the DOS. And our leader with his mouth have said, if it is not this group, IPOB and DOS, then you are working with this group. Our leader said it. Our leader never mentioned IVID and the Sunrise. He never mentioned all these people. He never mentioned them. He said under one umbrella. IPOB, one big family. If you are not working with the DOS, then you are working with the zoo. You see those lawyers and the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brothers and all those people they are mingled with, all of them are working for the zoo. Remember Biafrans? Have we forgotten how our leader was kidnapped? Have we forgotten that some people, the siblings of our leader, knows that Nigeria kidnapped our leader in Kenya. And we asked them, DOS asked them, Tina Samuel asked them, and they told us that he is in the mountain. We are still waiting for our Onyendu to come out from the mountain of prayer, where he is since 2021. If you listen to these people, this criminal, this moronic, this clotomania extraordinaire, the siblings of our leaders and their school lawyers, then you are not doing yourself a good. These people are your worst enemy. These people don't want to be Biafra because they feel like the zoo is favoring them. They are being paid. They can't do from the governors. These people are the most wicked, the most moronic, the most evil human beings. Listen, I will never forgive them, even as Biafra come. We should forget, we should not call about your family. Family is the family of Onyendu, bigger than millions of people that have died for this struggle. Have we remember that the same siblings of Onyendu created his parallel of ESN? When they capture you, they will ask you, do you believe in ESN of time on earth and the Emmanuel Kanu or IPOB? When you say you believe in IPOB, they kill. They have killed a lot of our people. You see, this thing will lay you down. Impossible. Impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. It is impossible. It cannot happen. These people are criminals. Nduoshi kanda abundu Ali Igbo gatundu also. Ali Igbo gatundu also. Ali Igbo gatundu also. Biafrans, thank you very much, dear brother. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I wish I can.
Nobody's happy. Nobody's happy.
I'm telling these people are evil.
All those why we are looking for opportunity for lawyers to go and speak to Onyendu about the activities of Simon Ekpa. Every one of them was seeing how Simon Ekpa says he has destroyed IPOB. Nowhere that IPOB will have their meeting every month anymore. There is nothing like IPOB. He's the one in charge of this one. These people refuse to report all those things to Onyendu. But today, they are coming out to tell us, Onyendu report, he sent us a message because of what Lord of Lekachimese. All who know area there, if we're on one, I got W. Mazi, thank you for coming to the program. Let me see. That is one of our media broadcasters on TikTok, IPOB media broadcaster on TikTok, Onyeka. He's also on Facebook, but he's always on TikTok. Let's finish this very audio before we call it a day.
Arrest that all must be at peace with each other. That this is the.
He said all must be at peace with each other. IPOB is going to make a peace with Onyendu. Alo Ejimako. All must be at peace with each other. If this message is coming from Onyendu, we are going to bring George Onibe back. We are going to bring Uche Mofo back. Omiomio, Obi, every one of them must come back. You people think we are foolish, right? You people think that we are foolish. That once you come outside, so Onyendu say, unite together. We will say, hey, nah, Onyendu Kukwenia, or Yamana, Yamana, and that's the Paloya, and no Kukwenia. Oh. We have a caller from Mazi, I hope you know that I'm live, Mazi.
I want to contribute.
Mazi, go ahead. The floor is yours. Biafra, we are having a very wonderful man, the South Africa National Coordinator on this very program. Mazi, the floor is yours, National. Go ahead.
Mazi, thank you so much for the privilege. Mazi, the thing is that what we are doing, the oath we take is really working. IPOB is not where you come and mess around. It will just be for a while. After that while, everything will be laid bare. And anything you're hiding will be made open. You will not have anywhere to hide. That is exactly what is happening. Do you guys remember that when they feel that they could put this our sister, one day, this our sister that went to when they thought that they could side corner her and put on their side, everything was going well. But when the sister started saying the opposite, saying the real thing, they now become enemy to her. That's their parole. That's how they operate. For them, everything is money, 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 money. That's why they could come to Johannesburg unit and they deceive them that they should give 50,000. They have been collecting money from them. The last money that they collected that got me very, very annoyed because they were using them to rebel against the national executive. That is why anywhere they come, they put confusion. They look for the people that will side their narrative. That's how they took the money that those people had in their purse. They were supposed to pay into the national executive account. They conned it out from them and said that our leader is going to the to court the next day. That the next day, as they should bring the money. Once they bring it, see our leader, see outside. They took the money from them. For them, it's all about taking money, money, money. And I have to say it, I keep on saying this. Although I've said it, I must still say it for the benefit of the people that are listening. In some cases, I'm angry with the leadership. You know why I'm angry with the leadership? I'm angry with the leadership in the sense that there were so much OS member. Nobody is an island, even our leader. He's a human being, he can make mistakes. It's because of everything. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. They don't say, only see, why not we do it this way or explain to us this way? If they were saying that from initial time, there's no how Onyisi will even make such movement without discussing it with them. But Onyisi, you know, everything they say is yes, yes, yes. Even in my national executive, I am of the opinion that those people that seems they attack me or whatever, I see them as people who are just being opinionated or who have opinion on their own to say things the way they are. And I see them as hardcore because they have interest over what they are doing, even more than their position. But our leadership, though I could say is trust, they drop everything that is going. But in some cases, questioning people is not, you know, being arrogant or being too much inquisitive. It's being holding your leader accountable. So that is even weird because how can our leader be in a journey and when asked where is our leader, you would like to the leadership that our leader is praying in the mountain. Can you imagine? And immediately you started invading our account, invading our money. Who the hell are they? Are we doing family things? We are not doing family things. If it's not our family affairs, just like the comrade that just spoke now say, if you are thinking, if you are calculating people that have really lost their life in this thing we are doing, none of their direct this thing have, you know, when we say this thing, people will blow it out of proportion. None of their direct siblings or their direct relative, they said their cousin anyway died in the shootout, yes, which is very bad, which is a very huge loss too. But people that are mostly affected are mere ordinary IPOB members, not even a member of their family. Why should they be taken for granted? Why should they be thinking that we are here in a family business?
Do you think we are kids? Do they think we are kids? That when somebody will come and deliver message, will try to come and counter. Okay, let us start jumping up and down because they mentioned DOS, they never mentioned for the first time. Then we will all go to Steve. Yeah, they have mentioned DOS. What? I mean, sometimes I begin to think, what do these people call us, take us for? How did we get to this point that we look stupid before them? That they think that somebody will just go cook one story or the other to come and tell us, and we accept it and just swallow it like that.
Mazi, national, Oyinsi, just a minute. Oyinsi, it's good that this thing, for me, is happening in the accent of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So therefore, if Biafra come, none of these wicked iniquity siblings will assume any office in Biafra land because we are not doing family business. We are fighting for a nation, a country, not for the family of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Oyinsi, go ahead, Oyinsi.
Yes, I've said it time and over because myself, I know what some of us have put in this. I know not something that because sometimes we don't count what we have put in, because if you count what we have put in, you ask yourself, what of those that have put in their life? What is it that you have put in that with what those that have put in their life? So what am I trying to say? Mazi, from day one, I would say it again and again. If at the time we heard about this struggle and our leader was, preaching, and we saw the truth he was preaching, if the time there was nothing like the Directorate of States, which is the leadership, the leadership structure, I personally, I will not join. If maybe I see that they say maybe Kanu is the assistant director, or any of their family member is that, if our leader like, let him speak the truth that is from heaven and be touching the ground, I will not join. I will see it as pure family business. But when it was presented, we saw that there is a structure. And I personally investigated that this structure is made up of people of different, even Biafran clans and things like that. I researched, I was totally convinced to join. Yes, I heard the voice of our leader and joined, but that wasn't only the reason why I joined. I joined because I see that there is a structure that makes this thing to look like what is being preached. That was why I joined. And I know that many of us also have this notion. If it was about family, if it looked like this is a family business, no matter the kind of truth our leaders say, I personally will see it as a family business and I will never join. So anything that will make it to look as such should be avoided and be resisted in totality. All these things, I'm just saying anyway, the thing is that, as I always say, it is a strategy to make us maybe to have problem with our leader, so that they will now go and tell you, you see, they have disappointed you. You said it, that you will not disappoint them. They are the one that will disappoint you. Can't you leave this thing? You're fighting for these people and go, then our land is okay. You see, it is not my fault. I give up. But because the leadership and the IPOB members, they are very, very clever. They are not falling into that trap, because it's a trap. They are very, very, so that is why they get frustrated more and more, because we are not playing. At the end of the day, they will see that we are still very, very supportive to our leader. When he comes out, many of us are going to ask questions. We are not going to ask questions that we don't trust our leader. We are not going to. We need to be explained to. We need to be explained to. In here, or family thing or family business game established. We don't have any problem with that bit. We don't have any problem with whatever organization, but let them be doing their things independently. But you must work under anybody. IPOB Kaima and we remain IPOB. We remain organic, just like Lolo or the one that they come. We don't need all these things. We don't need all this distraction. And for the last time I checked, IPOB is not fighting anybody. But the people should work independent, no game. But if there's enough choice to take IPOB and swap into any, no, it can't work. Months of us will come and pussy. Come and more personally. I will hands off, Because nobody take the oath to come and force him into. Nobody should force anybody into anything. Oh, man, let the person be doing it independently. Oh, no, man, me ya me way a couple no fungu. But nobody one day on you na gato. You know, I came only agree her right to say if that they go, I do that they know that I defend. One day how Parahana Egoya. One day how Parahana Egoya can no, they are right. Sometimes I don't understand this thing, but well, we thank God for the kind of leadership we have with it. Because there are some of us that will not take even what the leadership is taking. But sometimes because IPOB is command and control, is the chain of command that's in the area, you have to obey your superior. If not, the kind of leadership, I'm telling you the truth. Because these people are taking people for a ride. And they taking people for a ride. I don't understand. But however, we must continue. We must continue because not there. Who are they?
No.
I am on the hub. Our leader.
No.
And we must continue to support him till the end of time.
No. No, Mazi. Biafrans, that is the South Africa Great National Coordinator. I'm about to sign out because we must prepare for space. But one thing is certain, don't buy this presentation that was done by Nnamdi Ejiofor. Don't buy it. I'll tell you the gospel truth. Is it not the same Nnamdi Ejiofor that was manipulated in 2025, where he presented another leadership to you? Remember, it's working with Aloy Ejimako. Sometimes it's being used. As soon as we discover their criminality, as soon as we discover the criminality of Aloy Ejimako, what did Aloy Ejimako do? He now continues to present what is the name? What is the name? Maxwell. We have discovered the criminality of Maxwell. They want to begin to present Nnamdi Ejiofor. And it's very sad that Nnamdi Ejiofor see everything that things are not good. I don't know why a man that is sincere, you want to join those who have stained their body from head to toe. Nnamdi Ejiofor, Biafrans love you. We know you. We have another caller. I wanted to round up this very program. Mazi, good evening. Welcome to the program. Please make use of 3 minutes. I'm about to call it today.
All right, so Mazi, good afternoon. My name is Mazi Fine. Mazi Fine, calling from the location. Mazi, I want to just say my own opinion, and also I want to our national coordinator from South Africa that just finished speaking. I want to tell him that he cannot leave this struggle for Mazi and the Kanu family. He cannot hands up. Like Mazi Jonathan normally said, I got our 10. I have brought So Mazi, our national coordinator, please don't hands up. As long as you are taking order from the leadership, all of us must work with the leadership. Only the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's only the leadership we know. Only IPOB is only IPOB we know. We don't know no other group. Call it Alva or Rising Sun. We don't know them. So, and also it is a very high time that these lawyers will come out. We have already warned them, coming out publicly and they dashing order. Why we have leadership? And for me, I can't even take order from anybody. Even the so-called lawyers, they don't have right to give me an order. The only order that I will follow and abide is from the leadership. Is the order that comes from the leadership. So if our leader, trying to send message through those lawyers to come and dash it publicly, Baba, I can never accept that order. Accept that order that come from leadership. We have leadership, which him also have confirmed that. So Mazi, this struggle is not for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu family business, and we can never allow it to be. People have died in this struggle, whether they like it or not. The only order that we will abide and follow is order that come from the IPOB leadership. Mazi, we stand by. We can never allow them to take this freedom. So that's what they want. They want to take this freedom as a business, family business. So we can never allow them. Mazi, continue your good work.
Ndewo, Mazi. Ndewo. Thank you so much. Our brother Mazi, fine. I'm about to call it today. Now, please, I'm not going to receive any call now. I just want to address some issue before signing out. You know one thing that baffled me? During the time of Simon Ekpa, aka Ekbirima, made one utterances, a deadly one for that matter. A deadly utterances says, from today go, he's telling his gullible zombie followers, known as autopilot monkeys, that they are not going to take order from anybody in DSS dungeon. These wicked lawyers never tell Mazi Nnamdi what Simon Ekpa says. Rather, they were busy praising Simon Ekpa. When Simon Ekpa said that he has destroyed IPOB, there is nothing like IPOB anymore. He brought back the voice of Biafra. He created another one, call it Enter Biafra. They never report to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But this woman went to see Onyendu and passed every information that she have gathered since 2025 till 2026 January to Onyendu, and Onyendu delivered a message. And she made it clear that this journey we came. Somebody brought 10 million naira. 10 million naira would buy a ticket for 15 people. That your brother only bought ticket of 5 people. Worth 3 million naira. What happened to 7 million naira? JCI and more here. 800,000. I don't want to receive call. No, call now. The almost make you want to gas space. Hello, Mazi. Good evening. And please, Mazi, use 2 minutes, please. Watching it, please.
Okay. Can you hear me, Mazi? Okay.
Biafrans and the lovers of freedoms are hearing your voice loud and clear. The floor is yours.
Okay, Mazi, your analysis is right on point. I am Mr. Emmanuel, and on TikTok, rejected contraption. Your analysis is well on point. I was listening to your analysis, and everyone is compelled to call it. Your analysis have rendered all this shenanigan, all these their concocted visits useless, because that thing has shown that it's obvious that that message did not come from our leader. It's obvious. If it was coming from our leader, well, we're there, like you have rightly said, when they were autopilot and all of them, that they were secretly supporting, I mean the siblings of our leader, and even the so-called Lego team, illegal Lego team. Now, where we're there when these people were disparaging even the wife of our leader, even blackmailing IPOB, the main body, and DOS, where were there all these years that they were trying to use all these things to blackmail and sentence our leader. The leadership has been fighting tooth and nail. So nobody knew how to go and get our leader to address all those things. Well, one thing is sure, for sure, just like our leader, one of our
national coordinator,
one of our leaders, we are from South Africa, called IPOB. Before we all joined, we listened, and I personally listened. I saw that Mazi, this IPOB, when he was calling our people, there's a structure there. I never believed, just like every Biafran, that one person will never have monarchy system. We never assemble our hope on one person, because we all have always known that the leadership is more important than an individual. Even though our leader is very important to us, he is our everlasting. In fact, he has really written his name in the golden plate of Biafra, just like our other leaders that passed. And he has assembled us. He did his job quite well, and we will never allow him to, in any bad situation, to walk alone. But what we will not take is for people to be using his name to have us build God around only one individual. Institution all over the world is more powerful, more critical, and more goal-getting than individual. Building an institution that knows that institution DOS is the heart of this movement. Even his security there is DOS. His IPOB survival is DOS. Day-to-day running has made it clear, even without him saying that, the whole Biafran, even friends of Biafrans all over the world knows this. It's no brainer. It's not like somebody's betting. For some people to be using his incarceration to undermine the whole Biafra, when you undermine the leadership of IPOB, DOS, you are undermining every effort, including also our best of the ultimate sacrifice. Everybody has paid one price or the other. Our leader, our dear leader, Mazi Nnamdi, is one out of thousands, if not millions of Biafrans who have been languishing, who are still languishing and being tormented, tortured in various prisons in Nigeria. But we are there to do the right thing, to make sure our leader is secure. This movement is directed accordingly, and everything works accordingly. Now, these people are trying to make mockery of our dedication to restore Biafra, and we're not going to allow them, and we can never allow them to chase anybody away from Biafra. Even though they will run, the siblings of our leader will run away from this. We will run them away because we have come out, we have contributed, we are stakeholders. IPOB is not a family business. It can never be. The siblings of our leader, if they are not ready to obey the rules of IPOB or the rules of Biafrans, they are not monarchical. They will never import that monarchical system. Our leader, everybody knows it, and we will never allow it to happen. And they are trying to make our leader irrelevant, and we will not allow them either. They are trying to inflict pain in this movement, to tell them, to let them know for sure, we have come out to restore Biafra. Our leader, the highest position, our leader, knows that the highest position in this movement is DOS. That DOS is the Mazi, and the Mazi Nnamdi is DOS. And the Mazi Nnamdi individual cannot survive or collapse IPOB. Because we have paid, a lot of our Biafrans have paid, a lot of Biafrans, millions have paid the ultimate.
Mazi, 1 minute more. Mazi, 1 minute more so we can sign up to go to space.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a lot to say.
1 minute. We are going to come back tomorrow because we are late now.
Your analysis has shredded all these their rubbish press release they just give, because it's all arranged. You see the way they just spend just a second to mention DOS, and the rest is all about this their lie, their stupidity, and they think we are stupid. They think we're stupid. They are just playing. But they are just playing. They don't know whom we are. Thank you.
No.
DOS is where we are.
No,
Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we love him and we'll continue protecting him. And the whole aim is to protect the DOS.
No,
DOS is not an individual.
No,
Thank you very much.
No, thank you. I know you have a lot of things to say. That is one of our also media warrior on TikTok. You know, a very wonderful man. If I buy an Nnamdi Zuni, so these are the men we are talking about. Biafrans, I'm about to sign out in 2 minutes time to join the space. So one thing is sure, men and women in my village, house was burned down, more than 30 houses. One of the grandmother, who is about 93 years old, was kicked by the Nigerian army. They kick her as a football. A grandmother of 93 years, now my village, they are not. So I will not come to say, brothers of Mazi, they are nobody. They are nobody. Ordinary, a member of IPOB, floor member of IPOB, like I'm a floor member. I have no position. I am useful than the two brothers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I remain your brother, I remain your son, the radical Biafra man. We are all going to space in next 2 minutes. See you tomorrow or later the night after space. There one.